They say it takes time to get to know a person. Do we ever really know a person? Do we try to get to know them? You know, it makes it hard with this social media and this limelight everyone seems to think there is. There is good and bad in all. So understand the only perfection is the perfected Creator Himself. Outside of that, you have options. You have options to decide to be a gentle lamb, a wolf in sheep clothing, a narcissist, Jezebel, a succubus incubus. Funny, I saw that on my video since I very much know about that. So to those that had those comments, those grown boys, I think it's kind of funny. Careful when you come to a channel like this, because you're not just dealing with your average female. Female's what I'm known as is my sex, right? My biological sex. But my spirit is full of light. I know my worth. And my DNA comes from a highly intelligent understanding. When you fall, you scrape your knee. Let's say you're skating. You fall, maybe break your knee, right? And you take care of it and you heal. And you fall down again. And each time you fall down, your skin's going to change. It will heal. It'll take a little longer. It'll be tougher and harder to cut the wound, not womb, the wound. It will heal, but the skin will change. I found that with my index finger here. My skin is changing. It's forming back to my color, and it's trying to get a little bit looser and form correctly with the ointment and everything that's on it. When I looked at my cuticle, I didn't think that was going to cause me pain and that I was going to have a hard time healing and maybe getting some projects done, having issues with work or any type of project I was working on. However, it did take place, but I kept at a steady pace. Keeping at that steady pace will assure an outcome. There will be a road that will come to an end, whether it's healthy or unhealthy, good or bad. The decision we make as adults is how we're going to deal with that pain, how we're going to deal with that anxiety or that bump or that bruise, right? You're going to deal with it one moment at a time. And deciphering between what's correct and what's not will not come from your emotion, because you're going to feel emotion, right? You're going to have feelings, you're going to have emotional torment for a moment. But once you take a deep breath and you sit back and you think about what you're going through and you decide that you're going to make it and you're going to be better for it and you're not going to let anything get in the way, you then can live your life correct, seasoned. Your salt is seasoned. It's of good taste. It's of good nature, It's healthy. So I saw a comment that was funny to me. I saw a comment saying, "You're old." And I thought, well, yeah, I am older, but I feel good and I feel young. Now, regardless of what my age is, there is nothing in the world that would exchange the love I've received, the kind of love that comes from a place that not everyone can experience in at all times. But when you do receive that love, you have to hold on to it and enjoy it and take care of it and nurture it. And you're going to have people come in, they're going to try to abuse you in life, they're going to try to use you in life. They're going to try to be controlling. They may try to tell you how to be. See, once you go through your 20s, your 30s, whatever it is, you're going to learn. Once you go through your 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, you're going to learn. You're going to learn at every age, every bracket of life, every single situation that you encounter, you're going to learn, right? The real truth is how you grow from it. So when I see grown boys saying that their woman's not going to do this and this and this and they live alone, well, I don't know why you live alone. Can you have children? Are you able to have children? Are you able to make children for a woman to have children? I made this in a video last year or earlier this year, since we're coming up to the end of 2019. And I'm not a feminist. I'm not a sexist. I don't even like the labels. I don't like the terms. I really don't use any terms, disorders, any kind of labels, anything. Some things are spiritual, so, the narcissism, we can't kind of hide from that. You're going to have to deal with those spirits that are not healthy, and you got to get them out of your life, right? The toxicity and everything. But when I see grown boys who are to be men just talk about most women, saying most women are this way, and these are the women that you have encountered. And these are not men that I would be talking to. They're not healthy for me. If they think that I'm used up and washed up and hit the wall, they're not someone I want to talk to. They don't see my character. They don't see who I am. And although that doesn't matter, a smile matters, joy matters, my lifestyle matters, because it's of my healthy insides that match the outsides. And I've said this before. It's a collaboration instead of collaboration. I'm going to say it like that, collaboration. No, really, it is a compatibility with my own self. And that's how I can give to others. Sometimes in your life, you cannot just give so freely. Sometimes you have to store up for yourself. You have to keep your lamp lit, to keep your light shining. And so sometimes you have to allow certain things to go and certain things not to go. So the real question again is, if you're a man, who taught you your manhood? Where did you learn it? Because I don't believe a woman raises a man. What I raise is a young gentleman. When he gets to adulthood, as a woman, whether there's a mother, a father in the situation, or just a mother, or just a father, we raise men that turn into men on their own. So what I'm saying is we raise them into teenagers. And we teach them as best as we can right from wrong, and what might be healthy. And every culture is different, we know. But if you really follow one way, Creator's way, it's easier. It's purposeful to be dignified. We're all going to, have variances of bruises. We're all going to have a few. And I mean, emotionally, we've all been lied to. Our life has not been what we thought it was. Meaning from birth. Once you've awakened into this understanding, you then know how to raise your family. You then know how to have a relationship. Why? Because it's built on something that's way bigger than human beings. It's a spiritual understanding. So once you can get to that spiritual understanding, you're able to be what you need to be for yourself and for others. Being selfish, I don't like the word selfish, but sometimes you have to be a little bit more focused on yourself. And knowing that means being dedicated to living your best life and always growing. So for men who want to talk down against women, period, your mama raised you. If you're from a single parent home, your mama raised you. So if you have a hate for women, how's that going to be good? If women come from a single parent home, single mother home, and single parent home, and they hate men, that's not good. The hate and the animosity and bullying is not good. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm going to end here. I'm going to do something a little different. I don't want to be so serious right now, but these things need to be, these conversations need to be had. I need to say them. And there's so much to say that it's almost like it's not a waste of breath. But some people don't want to really sit and really listen. They just want to talk out of their mouth and just not really focus on what's being said. But critique our eyelids, critique our chins, critique all these things that mean nothing. We're doing what we're doing. We're aging beautifully. That doesn't affect the type of woman like myself. The women that we are all alike in, those sort of comments and those thoughts don't affect us. We're way beyond that. We understand we're way beyond it. So it takes a king to be able to stand beside me, and that I can stand beside, and that I can follow. It takes a king. And those are the only kind of men that I like to deal with. So, that being said, and I mean that's on every edge of the caliber, okay? Every edge of that sword. You guys want to cut deep? No, the sword, okay? The word is stronger than that. So, you bring those swords, but do they have gold and silver connected, combined? Are they compatible? So if you're not even in that league, if you're not even what I'm speaking of, why get upset? So think about these things. I'm going to go ahead and get off here because this is like a 13-minute video and I want it to be 3 minutes. I wanted to make a lot of them. So I think I'll just make 2 more on this topic. I'm going to talk about some wine for a second as well. I'm also going to talk about the booklets and 2020 and kind of what's coming up. So that being said, I'll see you in just a sec.